Hello, and welcome everybody to this episode of Warrior TV. My name is Katie.
And my name is Leah. We have a great broadcast for you today, starting with the Halloween parade.
One of the most exciting traditions at St. Martin's is the early childhood Halloween parade. All of the EC students dressed up in their costumes, ranging from hot dogs to superheroes to princesses and much more. They joined in a parade in front of the entire school and their families. Even though there was rain this year, it did not dampen the spirits of everyone involved, and perhaps the most special part of the parade is the kindergartners and their 8th grade buddies walking together. The 8th grade teachers got involved, dressing up like Harry Potter characters. Everyone had a spooky good time celebrating Halloween.
This spring, we are off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Come watch Hanson as Dorothy, Charlotte as Tin Man, Isha as Scarecrow, Jasmine as Lion, Chase as Wicked Witch, Anya as Glinda the Good Witch, and Clara as Toto dance across the wonderful land of Oz designed and built by Miss McCurley. We are very excited for our warrior thespians. Make your plan now to join us for this wonderful show.
In our latest A Visit With, we took some time to talk to Mr. Michael Robinson, our interim head of school.
Hi, I'm Madeline.
And I'm Lily.
Today we're here to interview you for Warrior TV. So, the first question, what is your educational background?
Well, I went to the University of Massachusetts, which is in Amherst, Massachusetts, where I studied zoology, which is animal science. And while I was at the University of Massachusetts, the zoology department became the biology department. So I was an undergraduate in biology, and my first job was to be a science teacher. Then I went to the Virginia Theological Seminary to study to be an Episcopal priest. And in the early 1990s, I was ordained an Episcopal priest and became a chaplain at a school. And while I was the chaplain at a school, I went and studied education at Rutgers University in New Jersey, where I did my educational administration training. And that's really, I've done a lot of, smaller educational pieces along the way, but that's the bulk of it right there.
Can you provide some information about your job history and experience?
Well, as I mentioned, my first job was as a science teacher, and I was also a baseball coach at that time, and that's what I really thought I wanted to do, was to teach and to coach. But after seminary, as I mentioned, I was a chaplain. And while I was a chaplain, I was hired to be the head of a middle school and became an educational administrator. And since then, I have been a head of school for the last 22 years, being a headmaster at schools, and it's a job I really, really love.
What is your greatest accomplishments?
Well, while I've mentioned heading schools and coaching and being a chaplain and priest, and those are all things I'm really proud of and enjoy, I think without a doubt my greatest accomplishment, or the thing I take greatest pride and satisfaction in, is being the father of 3 fantastic girls who are all now adults doing great things in their professional lives. And I'm very, very proud of them and couldn't be more pleased to have been their dad.
What motivates you?
I think the greatest motivation when I think of all the different jobs, whether it's as a chaplain, as a teacher, as a head of a school, as a coach, is helping people be the best they can be at whatever they're doing. So helping people, supporting people, encouraging, making sure they have the things they need to be successful. Sometimes that's as a teacher, sometimes that's as, cheering them on, working with them side by side. So helping people and groups of people be great.
Thank you for seeing our visit with Mr. Robinson.
We hope to see you next time.
The Warrior Run was a fundraiser for the PTO that took place on November 12th. Our amazing warrior was Stella House. She was loved by all. About 400 people participated in the races. The overall female winner for the 5K girls was 10-year-old Ella Long with a time of 23:15. The Masters female winner was 43 with a time of 23:25. Now for the male winners. The overall male winner was 43-year-old Andrew Marshall with a time of 17:31. The Masters male winner was a 44-year-old Chris Kalinsky with a time of 19:37. Wow, these people are crazy fast. A special thank you to all of our sponsors this year, which are pictured on the screen, and we hope that even more people participate next year.
On November 11th, the St. Martin's community gathered for our annual Veterans Day Assembly. Over 100 students and teachers were involved in the production that was skillfully coordinated by Miss McCurley. Army Captain Nathan Childers, Asma's parent, was the keynote speaker for the event. Some other highlights of the ceremony included the reading of the winner's veteran essay, Admire Most Essay Contest. Lily Branson won in middle school, and Austin Myers won in elementary school. It was an important time to gather and celebrate all those who serve our country.
The Early Childhood Division was happy to once again hold Grandparents and Special Friends Day live in campus this year. Miss Karen Bauer worked with all the EC students to help put on a program for all their grandparents to enjoy. A wonderful breakfast was provided by Sage Diner, and when the evening finished, the grandparents were able to take their grandchildren to the book fair. A special thanks to the St. Martin's advancement team that helped coordinate the day.
The World Cup is now here. 32 teams are battling it out in Qatar for their country so they can win the FIFA World Cup trophy. USA made it to groupings, but it was unable to take it to the quarterfinals. USA lost to the Netherlands 3-1, which knocked them out of the tournament. Brazil is striking hard, winning all of their games. Brazil also has won the best goal in 2022 World Cup so far. Things are looking good for Neymar and the whole Brazilian team, as they should when you are leading the rankings of the teams. Brazil has made it to the quarterfinals and plays Croatia next. One of the best teams, Argentina, has made it to quarterfinals. Messi has been working in on the middle field to keep his team in and hoping they can make it to semifinals. They have been beaten Australia and moved on to the next round to play against the Netherlands.
Although Argentina arguably has one of the best players in the whole world on their team, Messi, other teams have good players as well. So let's skip over to Portugal and have another great player on their team named Ronaldo. Portugal has been on a roll, beating Ghana, Uruguay, and Switzerland. Ronaldo has been a fan favorite because he is the #1 scorer internationally, which makes the standards very high for Portugal. Another fan favorite team coming to the World Cup is France. France has won both of their games so far and also has a very well-known player named Mbappe on their team. They've beaten Denmark 2-1 and Australia 4-1. France is in the quarterfinals and will play England to try and make the semifinals.
Basketball season has tipped us at SMES and our teams are off to a great start. Boys teams are currently undefeated. They are all playing amazing defense and scoring a ton of points. That is always a recipe for success. The girls teams are playing well too. They had a little bit more of a rough start, but things are starting to come together. One of the most amazing parts of the season so far was the opportunity for both the boys, the A boys, and the girls teams to play at State Farm Arena, where the Hawks play. They played against Eagles Landing Christian Academy. The girls lost, but the boys won. Many SMES students and families attended the game and stayed to see the Hawks play Utah Jazz. Go Warriors!
Now it's time for Jokes with Julie.
Jokes with Julie!
Oh, hey, Julie.
Hey, Leah, we're doing Jokes with Julie. Want to join?
Sure.
Welcome to Jokes with Julie. I'm your host, Julie Urban.
Hey, Julie. And I'm your co-host, Leah Sinoway. Hi, Leah.
Let's get right into the jokes. Why was the math book sad?
I don't know, why?
Because it had so many problems.
That's so silly.
What do preteen ducks hate?
I don't know.
Voice quacks.
We've all been there.
What do you call a fake noodle?
What?
An imposter. And that's all for this year, folks. See you next year.
We hope that you enjoyed this broadcast of Warrior TV.
Be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel.
We'll see you next time.